I will tell you about the resolving power of the optical instruments. Every year in the NEET exam, one question is asked from the resolving power of the optical systems. So please study and read this video to be very careful and remember what the formula is there for the resolving power. Based on that, there is a question in the NEET exam. Also the question is asked in the board exam like Rajasthan board, CBSE board, ICSE board. So you also read it very carefully. This is very important topic. So first I am taking the resolving power of human eye. Resolving power of human eye. Human eye is also an optical system which makes the image on the retina of the object. Only then we can see the object. So this is also a optical system. Human eye is a optical system. Optical system which makes image on the retina of the object. The human eye, it has the convex lens. Human eye is a convex lens system. I have told you about the human eye before this one in one video. So now next, here we have the human eye is like this. This is the optic nerves. This is the lens. These are suppose two objects here. This is now your P1, this is now your P2. So the image forms image here. Another is like this. These are the images. This is now retina. This is now retina. Retina. This is the distance x between the objects and they make the angle theta. Angle theta. And let this distance is d. This is now d. X is the distance between the objects P1 and P2 and D is the distance of least distance of clear vision. So let we are having let x equal to distance between objects P1 and P2. D equal to least distance of distinct vision, and this we know this is not 25 centimeter for the normal line. So angle made, this angle is how much? This angle theta, the angle theta is equal to x upon d. X upon d. X is so much and d is thus so much. So this we can take that these two distances are equal. That is now d1. So this is angle equal to arc upon radius, like that. So we have this angle equal to this now x upon d. So you can see that if x is minimum, then theta is also minimum. So what we have? For x minimum, theta is minimum. It means the theta minimum is how much? So theta minimum. So that will give you the resolving limit. Resolving limit. This is now your theta minimum, and this theta minimum is how much? That we keep to this one, then this comes out to be 1 minute. This is now 1 minute. One minute. Or this is equal to 1 upon 60 degree, like this. So if we take the resolving power, resolving power is the reciprocal of the resolving limit. So resolving power is equal to 1 upon resolving limit. Resolving limit. So what we have? This Rp is equal to 1 upon theta minimum. So this is 1 upon 1 minute. Theta minimum is equal to 1 minute. And this is equal to Rp equal to 60 degree. This is not so much. It means that our eye can distinguish the two objects when the angle made by the two objects is 1 degree, that is 1 minute. If it is less than 1 minute, that the objects cannot be distinguished by the human eye. If theta is less than theta minimum, the human eye is unable to distinguish the objects. So you see that the resolving power and the resolving limits, they are reciprocal of each other. So this is about the human eye, and now I take the resolving power of telescope. Rp of telescope. Now in telescope we are having the two lenses, objective and the eyepiece. Now, the images formed by the objective lens, and objective lens is very important. And you have seen that objective lens is of very large aperture in comparison to that of the eyepiece. So this is also according to the resolving power of the telescope. So its resolving power depends upon the objective lens. The RP of telescope depends upon objective lens. Objective lens. Now the resolving limit. This is equal to lambda upon d. Lambda upon d. Is proportional to lambda upon d, or this resolving limit this is equal to 1.22 lambda upon d, where lambda equal to wavelength of light from object, d equal to aperture diameter or aperture of objective lens. Objective lens. The term 1.22 is due to the Fraunhofer diffraction. The term 1.22 is due to Fraunhofer diffraction. Fraunhofer diffraction. So this is the resolving limit. Therefore, now the resolving power will be how much? Resolving power equal to, this is equal to your d upon 1.22 lambda. Just opposite of this one. So now you can see, larger the aperture of the objective, more is the resolving power. This is why that the objective of the telescope is taken of large aperture. Thus, first RP is proportional to D. It means what? RP increases when D increases. So larger the aperture, larger is the resolving power. Larger the aperture of objective, less, more is resolving power. This is why it is why that objective lens of large aperture is taken in telescope. And so second is what? That this Rp is proportional to 1 upon lambda. So minimum the value of lambda, larger is the Rp. So we have Rp increases as lambda decreases. So minimum the value of lambda, and that maximum will be the Rp of the telescope. But there is a problem, because this lambda cannot be controlled. Since the light coming from the far objects is because of the sun, and you know that the spectrum of the sun has a number of wavelengths. So the far objects from where the light is coming, that is uncontrollable. So lambda cannot be controlled. So we cannot limit the lambda. Only we can change the aperture of the diameter, aperture of the objective lens. This is why that the objective lens is taken of large aperture. We do not change the lambda. The value of lambda cannot be controlled because it is coming from sky bodies. तो स्काई बॉडीज जो आती है उसका हमारा कोई कंट्रोल नहीं होता है, बट इवन वी कैन सी that to have the maximum resolving power, D must be maximum and lambda should be minimum. So if we see the visible light, then you can see that from red to violet, the wavelength decreases. The wavelength of red is more than that of the violet. So if we select the violet color, then we are having this violet, this Rp to be maximum. Hence, for maximum Rp, first aperture must be large, aperture of objective must be large, and second, the wavelength should be minimum. So this is what the resolving power power of the telescope. Now we can have a relation this rp1 upon rp2 equal to lambda 2 upon lambda 1 like this one. Now I take the rp of microscope. RP of microscope. Now in microscope, the resolving limit this is equal to 1.22 lambda upon angle of the cone angle. अब ये cone angle क्या होता है? Since the object is very close to the objective lens, so the light rays are coming from all the parts of the object and they form a cone that I am showing you here in the this diagram. This you see that this is the lens. This is the lens. These are the light rays. They are being focused at some point. I think this cannot be found here. So this is the lens. Yeah, I guess. So this is the angle theta. This angle is theta. Now this is like this one. This is the lens. These are the light rays. They will be focused. Then they will make an angle this. This is not theta. So what is there that suppose there is a convex lens, then light rays coming from all these parts, they will meet at this point, that is the focus. So light rays are, this is the light rays like this is now this, in this way. They all are coming and they are making this angle. So that is this angle theta, that we take the semi-angle. This is now half of this complete angle. So that is the cone angle. So that we will take here, and this cone angle is given by cone angle is equal to 2 mu sin theta. mu is the refractive index. Refractive index of medium between object and objective lens. Theta is this angle, so we can have now this resolving limit will be resolving limit. This is equal to 1.22 lambda upon this is now your 2 mu sin theta. This is not resolving limit, therefore the resolving power will be how much? Resolving power. This is just opposite to this one, so this is now your 2 mu sin theta upon 1.22 lambda, and this is equal to mu sin theta upon 0.61 into lambda. This is now your R. So you can have that this mu sin theta, this is called the numerical aperture. Mu sin theta is called numerical aperture. So we can have that this RP, thus numerical aperture, this is equal to mu sin theta, and this is equal to the diameter of the objective. Diameter of objective lens. So you can see that this RP can be increased by increasing this mu sin theta and by decreasing this lambda. So what we have? Thus, number one, this RP is proportional to mu sin theta. And we can have from here that this mu sin theta, that is equal to d, the diameter of this one. So this RP is proportional to d, the diameter of the objective lens. So if we increase the diameter, then this RP can be increased. RP increases as d increases. But increasing the diameter is not good, because then this will no more a microscope, it will become a telescope. So we cannot increase the diameter of the objective lens. But diameter of objective lens cannot be increased. Cannot be increased because microscope will become a telescope. तो ये हम नहीं चाहते हैं कि माइक्रोस्कोप टेलीस्कोप के अंदर कन्वर्ट हो. दिस वी डू नॉट वांट. It means that the only thing is that this d cannot be increased. So only thing is the lambda. So if we decrease the lambda, then we can increase the resolving power. Second, this Rp is proportional to 1 upon n. We can change this lambda because we can incident any kind of light on the nearest object. So this lambda can be changed. So by changing the lambda, by decreasing the lambda, this Rp can be decreased. So Rp increases as lambda decreases. So for maximum Rp, lambda should be minimum. Maximum Rp, lambda should be minimum. It means that if we see the visible light with pure, then violet has the least focal length. So for violet the Rp is more than any of other color. So by employing the minimum wavelength of the light that is incident on the object, it can be viewed very clearly and the resolving power can be increased. So hence for maximum resolving power, the lambda should be minimum. Must be minimum. So this is the resolving power of the microscope, and now I will tell you the resolving power of the prism. Power of prism. As you know that when the white light is passed through the prism, it is dispersed into the 7 colors, or this is splits into the 7 colors. So this is giving you the electromagnetic spectrum. So now let's consider two close wavelengths, lambda and lambda plus d lambda. So now resolving power Rp of prism, as I have told you, this is now your lambda upon d lambda. Now suppose this is the prism. This is now A, this is now base, width of the base T, this is the objective lens, this is a point object P here, the light rays will be like this. This light ray is going to this one, and then now this is like this one. This is going. So now if we have this so much, this is now your that we take here A. This so much is A. This is the emergent beam. Emergent beam of light. Emergent beam of light. T is the thickness. So this Rp is equal to T into d mu upon d length. D mu upon d length. Or this Rp is equal to width of the base, or simply the length of the base. Base length of prism into the dispersive power. Dispersive power. So base length is T, where T equal to base length of prism and that this dispersive power d mu upon d lambda. This is the change of refractive index with change in wavelength. This is the dispersive power. Dispersive power. This is what that I have written. The T here, this is not so much, this is the base length of the prism, and d mu upon d lambda, this is the dispersive power of the prism. And now we can also write to this one that this Rp is equal to A into d theta upon d lambda. A, this is the width of emergent beam width into angular dispersive power. Angular dispersion. Angular dispersion. So this A, where A equal to emergent beam width, and this is the perpendicular distance between the correction rays. between emergent rays. Emergent rays. And d theta upon d lambda, this is the angular dispersion. D theta upon d lambda, this is angular dispersion. Angular dispersion. So this is about the dispersive power of the prism. The four things are there: the human eye, the telescope, microscope, and that the prism. And that if we have the lens, then the resolving power of lens is same as that of the objective lens of the that we use in the telescope. So RP of lens This is not simple one, that this RP is equal to 1 point. This is D upon 1.22 length. So this is the RP of lens. D the diameter that I have told you so many times, lambda is the wavelength. So this is what the RP of the lens. So these are the resolving power of the different instruments and any of them can be asked in the examination, so read it very carefully. So this is the end of the ray optics. This is all the theoretical parts. In the numerical part, I will give you some hints that how to solve the numerical in case of the ray optics. So you all like, share and subscribe the video. Thank you very much.